Hello and welcome to a new video about programming Arduinos. This time we are talking about hardware. This time I want to give you a short introduction into the used things we are using simply. And one thing we are heavily using is the so-called breadboard. You can find the breadboard in your starter kit usually. I'm using this starter kit, and I know somewhere under here must be. Here it is. This not. This here. This is the breadboard. This is the so-called breadboard. It's a box. You can open it. Zack, zack. Here it is. What is this breadboard now? This breadboard has a lot of holes. You can plug in those cables somewhere. They will hold. So they are spring-loaded contacts are inside there. And now, how are those things connected to each other? Well, the connection is simply on the outer lines. It's clear. You see the red line and the blue line. They also already indicate that the outer lines are all interconnected to each other. But if I want to connect, I use here simply two cables. If you want to connect here this blue cable back, plug it in here this orange cable, I plug it in the same row. So now those two cables are interconnected to each other inside the breadboard. Okay, so this is where the contact is. If I do it like this, they are not connected to each other. They are isolated to each other. In the field in the middle, it's a little bit different. In the field in the middle, if you have a look at this, all lines are marked with numbers. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and every 5 lines you see 25 and so on. All columns are marked with letters A, B, C, D, E. And connected to each other is every column in a line. So 10A is connected to 10B, is connected to 10C, is connected to 10D, is connected to 10E. And that's it. Those 5 are connected to each other. If I want to connect again two cables to each other and one is plugged in the row 10, I have to plug the next one also in the row 10. Then those two things are connected to each other. If I plug it in row 11, they are isolated to each other. If I plug it in row 9, they are also isolated to each other. Okay? There are also spring-loaded contactors inside, and only these 5 are connected. This gap in the middle is also separating. So now, even if both are in 10, they are not connected to each other because here in the middle there's this gap. So connected to each other only A, B, C, D, E and F, G, H, I, J. Good. This breadboard we are going to use to build our little circuits. This is a typical way of how to make some sort of prototyping. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to push legs inside here. If you find it hard to push legs inside there, there's a little hint for me. Sometimes those cables, they can be easily pushed in. Can be easily pushed in because they are very hard. The legs of a, transistor or resistor, for instance, they are very soft. And sometimes you have troubles pushing them in. So you can place a cable, and in the hole next to it, you can try to push in the leg. Then it might be easier, because those spring-loaded contactors are already a little bit torn apart by this plug. Just a little hint, which maybe makes it easier for you. Okay, so that's the breadboard. If you are not sure how it's connected, here on the back of your bag you also have those lines, which show how this is connected to each other. So this is the first item, breadboard. Next thing I'm going to tell you is about a diode, a light emitting diode. Will then be in next video.